The room is silent when you wake, the steady ticking of your bedside clock grounding you in the pitch black. You blink, eyes gradually adjusting as your hand fumbles for your glasses. Despite the summer heat, a chill skitters across your skin. Something is wrong. You can't put your finger on it. It's like the uneasiness you feel when the storm suddenly grows quiet, or when you're being watched. You find your glasses, fingers smudging the lenses as you hurry to jam them onto your nose. Focus punches you in the face, painting your familiar space in grayscale clarity. Your apartment is small, a glorified box. You can scan the entirety of your bedroom with one quick sweep of your eyes, and, when you do, that chill seeps into your bones. Unable to speak, you choke back a scream. You fist your blankets until your knuckles ache, eyes growing impossibly wide as you stare at the slash of moonlight filtering in from the window. There, sitting in your green rocking chair, is a boy. He's small, too small, his frail frame dwarfed by the chair as his doll-like legs dangle, swinging as if blown by a gentle wind. His arms sit folded in his lap, listless appendages wrapped in too pale flesh. But none of this startles you as much as his face. Grotesquely large, the child's head hangs at an angle. His glassy eyes swallow up the light as he watches you, unblinking. Bile crawls its way up your throat, gathering where that invisible grip still lingers. The boy's head is all wrong, lumpy and misshapen. It's clear that either something terrible has happened to the child, or that he is something terrible. Perhaps it's both. A massive dent has caved in one side of the boy's head, giving it a shape that pulls at the skin around his eyes. Unmoving as it is, you begin to believe that the child isn't real. You close your eyes, squeezing them tight. When you open them once more, the child is still there, just as he had been. You close them again, counting down from 10. 10. 9. 8. There's a creak in the room. You stumble over 7, eyes slamming open to find the green chair empty. Your breath catches, head turning just enough to see moonlight glimmering off a shape at the foot of your bed. It's the boy. His huge eyes are staring at you, now burning with an unspeakable hatred. You even catch a smile playing across his little lips as his broken head tips to the side. You think then that his mouth starts to open, but instead of words, something thick crumbles out, black like soil. It falls onto your blankets, writhing with white worms that begin to spread. Desperate to throw yourself from the bed, your heart leaps against your bones. You're still frozen, trapped in your own body. The worms are inching closer under the child's watchful gaze. His smile grows wider the more you panic. And then, you wake up. This is Remnants. I'm Emily.
And I'm Kayla.
Turn on your nightlight.
Pour something strong.
You'll be up long after the story is done. So, how y'all doing?
Great.
Great? Yeah? Anything? I don't even, it feels like I've just seen you and like I haven't seen you in forever at the same time.
Right.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It has been like 4 days. That's kind of...
That is pretty bad.
That is kind of...
like
no, it's been longer than that. Tuesday. I'm thinking it's like Friday. I don't even know what day
I
it is.
wish it was Friday. It's because we're playing D&D tonight. We're like, it's Friday.
That's why it's throwing me off. So tomorrow is going to be a rude awakening for work.
Yeah. It usually is, so why not like top it off?
It's fine. I don't know. I feel like life's lifing.
It is, and it needs to... I don't want life to stop lifing, I want to clarify, but I want it to life better. I'm almost said I needed to stop, and I was like, no.
That's not what I mean.
That's not. I discovered something about myself today.
Oh?
Thanks to Instagram.
Okay.
Okay. I have a few. Okay. You put your arm like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can you bend this back to touch?
Ew, no.
No? See, I can...
She's, like, bending her thumb, like she's... Ew. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's so...
And then when I hold a pencil...
That's so gross.
Okay, I hold a pencil like this, and I, smush my finger down.
Yeah.
And then, okay, apparently So I was showing my boyfriend this, and he was like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Can you put your hands like flat on the table?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "You have to, is that not normal?"
I used to be able to do that as a kid, but I can't.
Oh, you can do it still.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, but
I used to have like the weird elbows where I could like.
Yeah, my elbows don't really come out, but my thumb I can fucking bend.
Yeah. No.
I just wanted to start today with my discovery, and then I can like if you bend your... Apparently I have really bendy hand joints. I don't know.
I guess that's nice for you.
I just wanted to show. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring this up on the podcast, my visual.
Yeah, it's a visual thing.
Yeah, like visually look at my weird... I think you guys could hear the cracking of my joints. So like that was my thumb. It felt really nice. It's like the tendons like all stretched. I'm going to show up to D tonight. My thumb's going to be like, I cracked my fingers. I can't roll the dice.
Maybe it'll help you roll dice because...
It's true.
I feel like the last couple times we played, you have not. We've all kind of struggled with the dice rolling. Except for very random
Yeah,
D20s.
just like, oh, I don't need to do anything well here.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll do something amazing. Cool.
Oh, then I'll roll like a D20 on like helping
like
Yulon make a weapon. Like, okay, I mean...
Yeah, like, or now your character's really good at yodeling. That's random.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
Cool. So useful.
So, Kayla doesn't know what we're talking about in this episode.
No, but I like your spooky intro. Got us in the mood.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of you will know what it is, and I'm very glad Kayla didn't. So the story we're talking about is the story of Dear David. And that's all she knows. So she was good. She resisted Googling, right?
I really wanted to, because you told me this idea like earlier in the week, and I was like,
do you know this?
I feel like I've heard that phrase before, so then I've been like racking my brain like, what? Like, I feel like I've heard it, but I just couldn't
remember while I'm going through this.
Maybe,
but not.
Or I just think I've heard it and I actually haven't, but
okay.
I resisted.
Thank you.
So it'll all be new to me, I think.
Cool. Well, do you want to find out what it is?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So, in the beginning, Adam's life is normal, except for the dreams. He writes the first nightmare off. Sure, it was awful, but who doesn't have the occasional nightmare? He goes about his day-to-day, working, shopping, and caring for his two cats, Maxwell and Pepper. Despite the normalcy, Adam can't shake the memories of the little boy from his dream. It seemed like such an odd thing for his mind to craft up, and the dread it inspired was unlike anything he'd ever encountered. Still, Adam writes off the bad dreams and goes to bed the next night. He's anxious, eyes darting suspiciously to the green chair, but tired enough to drift off to sleep soon after his head hits a pillow. That second night, his dream is different. Adam finds himself in a library, wandering through stacks that stretch far above his head. He walks until he finds a little collection of tables at the center of the library. There, a girl sits, waiting. She gestures for Adam to join her, and, after a moment's hesitation, he does. There, the girl asks if Adam's been seeing him. When Adam asks who, she says, David. He's dead. He only appears at midnight, and you can ask him 2 questions, if you say Dear David first. But, the girl warned, Adam must only ask David 2 questions. If he asks a third, David will kill him.
Well, David sounds like he's got some issues.
He just hates the number 3, I don't know. It's like, don't you fucking ask that 3rd question, bitch.
I will end you!
I will end you! No more than 2!
What if he just asked 1?
He's gonna be like, that's not what I do. I answer 2 questions. I'm a 2-question David. So, the next night, Adam dreams of David again. Like before, David is sitting in the green chair. Still frightened, David is at least able to find his voice this time. He musters up the courage to ask his first question. Dear David, how did you die?
That's what he asked?
Yeah, he's like, right away, out the gate. That's this little creepy kid how he died.
Just straight to it.
Yeah. So,
guess you only got 2 questions.
That's true. Yeah, you gotta do the heavy hitters first. So David's body, his broken body, just sits there for a beat, silent. Then he rasps his reply. An accident in a store. That's my David voice. Do you like it?
It's creepy.
Good. Adam swallows his fear. He hadn't actually expected David to answer. Up until then, he'd been clinging to the hope that this was all some terrible foray into lucid dreaming. But this was too real. Dear David, Adam began a second question. What happened in the store? Oh, fuck, he died. He just told you.
It was an accident.
A shelf was pushed onto my head.
I don't know what this hand movement I'm doing. It's like he's grabbing invisible boobies.
The shelf
A
is
shelf was pushed onto my head.
I don't know. That's how I get into character. David's reply came quicker, his wide eyes flickering in the dark. Who pushed the shelf?
Oh no, he asked a third question.
He gasped, realizing he broke the one rule the girl had warned him about. When he looks up at David, the dead boy is glaring.
He's pissed.
Then Adam wakes up. Yeah, can you imagine you broke this rule and then you look in the ghost just like, you fucking bitch.
Especially, like, he's a kid, right? So...
I know, a kid with this giant dented head and he's just like,
3 questions.
Like, I would be like, go in timeout, David.
yeah, fuck off, David. Go to the grocery store. Go get some peas in your head again.
Yeah.
Mind your P's and Q's, bitch.
You say that to the creepy kid.
I'm like, this is a fucking dream. Get wrecked.
Right.
Ugly fucker.
Yeah, get out of here.
It's the Red Bull lemonade concoction I made is kicking in.
Making you a New Yorker.
This is gonna be what happens when I go ghost hunting with this. I'm like, get wrecked, fucker. He's gonna hear that in Missouri State Penn. I'm like, oh, it's Emily.
That's just Emily.
I thought I lost her, but she's just threatening the death roll ghouls.
I mean, honestly, though,
Kind of what's gonna happen, I think.
I've not. Those characters
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
deserve it.
Get wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways. So, at first, Adam is relieved when the dreams stop, but he can't stop thinking about David. Adam looks into local accidental deaths, but he can't find any stories about a boy named David. He even looks into, like, other D names, like Dan and Derek and Jeremy. I don't know D names.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. I'm sure there's somebody out there named Jeremy. My name's Jeremy.
Jeremy. This should be a new character.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy.
My dad's Dillard. My mom, Dara.
We just created a whole family.
Yeah. Oh boy. By some sheer stroke of luck, the apartment above Adam suddenly becomes vacant. The floor plan is larger, so he can tell himself that he's moving for the square footage and not to outsmart the dead kid from his dreams. But Adam would be lying if he said he wasn't hopeful. But then things got weird, or weirder, I guess, is more appropriate. His cats, Maxwell and Pepper, start acting strange, which is kind of just cat behavior, but you know.
But
Yeah. They wake him up every night at
3 a.m.?
midnight. Were
Oh.
you listening? She said he appears at midnight.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't listening to the details.
Jesus Christ.
I was just thinking witching hour, sorry.
3 a.m. No!
I failed this test.
You failed the ghost quiz.
Damn it.
You would ask the third question too, wouldn't you?
I
You'd
would.
be like, Dear David, dear David, dear David.
because did you ever take those tests in school, like, well, I mean, I guess we only did it one time. I don't even remember what grade it was, maybe like 5th grade, give or take. But there was like this paragraph at the beginning, and of course I skip it and just start answering the
Oh, yeah,
questions. And the
obviously.
paragraph says, if you read this paragraph, you do not need to answer any of the questions.
That's me.
I
Yeah.
fail, instant fail.
I've noticed that problem at work.
Yeah, if I see a big block of text, I'm like, yeah, I ain't reading
It's
it.
so bad. Like, we use Asana to keep track of our tasks, and, like, my boss is very detailed. She puts everything in there, but I soon go down to the tasks, and I'm like, oh, I'll just tick the tasks off, and then I'll turn it in. She's like, if you'd read everything fully, you would have seen that I actually want blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
Yep.
Got that. I was just trying to do the tasks.
man.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to read the novel.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm glad it's not just me. This is why I think I need medication.
It's probably like an 8. Yeah, so it's like, I remember like half the kids got it, half the kids probably like, well, the half the kids that failed it, like me, probably had ADHD. And the other half.
I forgot that shit, yeah. And I have not improved. I think
I don't think I learned my lesson.
No, I go through phases where, like, sometimes I'm really good at my attention to detail, and I'm, like, zoned in, and the rest of the time I'm like, I don't know where I am. Oh, I've been really relating. This is just so evident what's happening right now. I've been really relating to that one audio, the lizard. Have you seen that?
No, I think you showed it to me, Lee. Yes?
I love the lizard.
No. Or no, you were saying that. Were you saying that like at last D&D or something, and then we were going to show me and you forgot?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do.
So no, I still have not seen it.
Oh dear.
Well,
Anywho,
doesn't mean that our listeners haven't.
somebody, I'm
Someone-
sure.
someone
Like,
out there.
Oh yeah, the lizard. Anyways, back to the story. The cats wake him up every night at
Midnight.
Yay! They're meowing at something in the corner of the living room.
Fun.
The behavior worsens each night, starting earlier and earlier as their attention moves from the living room to the apartment's front door.
Ooh, they're gonna let something in.
They're not gonna let them in. They're cats. They can't open doors, Kayla.
Have they? Maybe
Hello?
cats actually save him, like
Yeah,
in the
they're
Mummy.
like, bitch, there's something out here. And cats are New Yorkers too.
Get out of here!
Hey, I got a gun. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you.
I'll put a fish in your bed.
No, the fish head.
Oh well, you know, whatever.
Sleep with the fishes. Literally.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Eventually, Adam decides to investigate what's getting his cats all riled up. Wow. That was weird. He rolls out of bed one midnight and goes to the front door to peer out the peephole. There, Adam sees something awful. He gasps, making sure the door is locked as he spots a black shadow lurking in the hallway. Still not believing what he saw, Adam runs to grab a camera, and he snaps a photo through the peephole. Then, mustering his courage, Adam unlocks the door. He steps outside and sees nothing, but snaps a photo of the stairwell instead, curious to see if anything turns up in the image. And I'll show you. We'll put an Instagram post, but I'll show you the pictures. So you can zoom in if you want. Here's the peephole. He's saying that he's seeing, you see that little shape here?
Yeah.
That's kind of what he saw.
Okay.
And that's through the peephole. And this is the photo when he opens the door.
And like looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe there
That's
might be something.
interesting.
It's interesting. There might be something there.
I mean, peephole picture, maybe not so.
Yeah, I mean,
So
'cause
good,
I
but-
feel like people's kind of are distorting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, like,
so
I think almost anything looks scary through a peephole. To be
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
After this incident, Adam writes this about David. He started appearing in my dreams, but I think he's crossed over into the real world now. Believing David had found him, Adam starts investigating. He lines the entrance of his apartment with salt, and he sets a recorder out while he sleeps. And his recorder, I think he was saying it was like a sleep app, so it's one that will turn on when it detects sound. We should
Okay.
probably try to use that actually for ghost hunting. That'd be kind of cool
that
because it's
would
on his
be.
phone.
That would be.
Yeah, like it only turns on when it hears something. I just made that connection. It's like, oh shit, we should use
Well,
that.
and that's basically what that old Panasonic recorder that like a lot of ghost hunters use that you can't find anymore. It's that unless
Yeah.
it's $5,000 on eBay. That's just it only records when there's
Yeah,
because it's like a voice memo recorder, so it only records if there's noises.
could be fun to try.
So yeah, that could be interesting.
But he does catch a few pieces of interest, and I'm going to play them for you.
Oh.
So these are what.
So wait, what year did you say a year? Like when is this, or is that for later?
It's for later. Yeah. He has a cell phone.
Okay, so
It's
it's
a
just
smartphone.
gotta at least be fairly
So
recent. More recent.
These are all caught with the app that'll turn on when it detects audio, and this is while he's sleeping. So he said that he didn't wake up at all that night. He was just in bed the whole time. So these are audio that was captured while he was in bed asleep. So I wouldn't, yeah, you can kind of hear there's like, he titled this snap/step.
Okay. It does sound like there's movement, but also
But you keep in mind, he has cats.
he has cats,
So-
and then also it could just be because we've gotten very familiar with this. It could just be like noise, a house,
Yeah.
apartment, building noises.
Yeah, and this
But-
next one he got, he titled it Electric Static, which is kind of interesting. It does actually come into play a little bit later.
Okay.
It's like a background, like scratchy static.
Yeah. Yeah, it does almost sound like a radio is trying to tune or something
it's
like.
weird.
That is weird.
So there's that. And then he got one more.
Oh, here, maybe play it again without me talking over it.
Okay.
For our listeners. Also, I think my neighbors started playing basketball, so if the
that what that
microphone
is?
hears
I
this
like heard
boom,
it, but I was like, I
boom,
didn't know what was
boom,
happening.
Boom.
It's creepy. Mm-hmm. And then there's one more audio recording that he saved. And he said he got like 33, and he just grabbed these 3. So that's a little compelling, because we know what that's like.
Yep.
And this one's called Another Step, and the groan is him. It's not anything else he said. That was him making noise in his sleep. Relatable. Which is interesting, because that makes you think, like, he actually heard that, because he, like, in his sleep went...
Yeah, that's kind of compelling, even though it's him. Like, maybe
Yeah.
that, like, it's like his body reacted to hearing movement in the room.
disturbed him. And he went, "Ugh."
Yeah.
Which I don't know if he says anywhere if he sleeps with his door open or closed, like if the cats were in there, but they're interesting, and it's interesting to see evidence
It is.
as part of it.
Yeah.
So, Adam escaped his apartment for a week on vacation, and while nothing happened to him, the camera he kept in his living room to monitor his cats kind of caught them continuing to be strange at night, going to the door, all of that stuff. And it was kind of the one that pings on your phone, so every time there's motion, it was probably like a ring or something. Every time there's motion, he'd look and be like, oh, the cats are being fucking weird again. Relatable. When he gets home, Adam decides to play around with this new instant, like, Polaroid camera he got, and he snaps a few photos around the apartment, and he catches something strange. While the photos of his bedroom and living room are developing totally normal, the photos Adam takes in the hallway, where I showed you that one picture before, they're completely blacked out.
Ooh.
And there's a couple different versions of this. He, like, has some where the actual Polaroid is totally black.
Ooh.
And he, like, opened up the whole pack, and he's like, these start white before they develop. And then he took a picture where his thumb was covering the viewfinder, and then one just without it. And he's like, this is what it looks like when I'm not covering it. This is what it looks like covered. It's different.
Ooh.
Like, it's different blackness. It was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, and he keeps taking photos of that hallway, and then he takes a picture with his phone, and then he takes a picture with the Polaroid to show the difference. And this is what it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, and we'll post it on Instagram too, but essentially, like, the picture with the phone, he's got his front door open, and you can see into the hallway. But the picture he took with the Polaroid, door's open, it's completely black.
Which is crazy because there is a light on in the hallway. So it's not like, oh, it's a camera flash or something. Like, no, there's a little... Oh, that's
yeah,
creepy.
It's pitch black.
I mean, I know a lot of ghost hunters use Polaroids. I've thought about getting one.
Yeah.
Because
They
they
do
do seem like...
expensive. They do have
They're
them at,
not
like,
that...
Yeah.
They're not that bad.
Might be worth getting maybe for the next bunch, just because they'd be fun for us to have, if anything.
But...
Yeah. Anyways, so in a last-ditch effort to stave off the haunting, Adam sages his apartment, but something still feels wrong. When he wakes up that night, again at midnight, he sees David sitting in the chair, but this time he's smaller, almost shrunken. He stares at Adam. He stares at Adam wordlessly. Adam's sense of uneasiness only grew as time went on. He fell asleep early one night, saying he felt unusually tired. He dreamed of David again, but this time the little boy was dragging Adam through an abandoned factory, clutching onto his arm with unnatural strength. Can you imagine this, like, tiny child with a
It's
lumpy...
actually, like, almost scarier than, like,
Yeah,
you know, an
sitting there
adult.
just- yeah, it is. Because, like, this kid shouldn't be doing this to me.
This kid's bullying me.
This kid with a freaky head dragging me.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty scary.
I agree. He was so used to his dreams at this point, though, that Adam didn't think much of it until he looked at his arm. Oh. He had a bruise, like, right where David was grabbing him in the dream. And I didn't grab a picture of it, but there is a picture of it. It's not as cool as the bruise I had, but, like, there's a bruise. And it's not, like... I feel like that part of your arms, it's like the top of his arm.
Yeah,
it's
that
not a
doesn't
normal
bruise.
place to get a bruise.
No, and that doesn't bruise as easy as, like, the underside where the skin's softer.
So, shaken, Adam leaves his apartment to grab coffee. It's kind of his usual routine. He's lived in the same city for 4 years, and he knows the path like the back of his hand. Strangely enough, when Adam passes a familiar and usually bustling warehouse, he finds it empty. Shocked, Adam can't stop himself from wandering into the factory.
He would definitely be the first to die in a horror movie.
Right? He knows he shouldn't, but something in him says he needs to look. As he walks through the giant abandoned space, Adam learns something that makes his stomach drop. The only thing left in the entire empty warehouse is a single green chair. And this is a picture he took from inside the warehouse. Right?
No, Adam, no!
Sleep starts becoming pretty impossible for Adam. Between the growing fear and the overactive cats, he's already had a lot on his plate. But then things got worse. Just side note, I remember I got to this point when Yulon, like, walked into the room, and he was like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm writing, and he laid down, he's like, I just want to hang out, and I'm like, I don't, I'm busy, and he's like, please just let me, I remember just pausing at this point, he was just like,
It's like when an introvert dates an extrovert.
I was like, leave me alone, I'm busy. He was like, I just missed you. And I'm like,
No, go away, I'm concentrating. You're distracting me.
Yeah. So all of that was happening, but of course it got worse, and he started getting calls from an unknown number late at night, one after the other. And he like took a screenshot of his phone. It was just unknown number, blah, 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 blah. After countless calls, Adam just decides to pick up. He expected to hear the normal robotic drone of a telemarketer, but instead he hears a static buzz. Adam listens for a moment, trying to make sense of the sound. Eventually he goes to hang up, but before he can, there's a voice. A small, breathless whisper. A child saying, hello. And he said it wasn't like a question, and it wasn't like, when you're like, oh, hi, hello. It was just, hello. It's like it knew it was looking at him or something, kind of.
Yeah, that reminds me of an episode I want to do someday. It's like, because I one day went down this rabbit hole, I think on Instagram. There's this whole, like, phone calls from the dead, like, where people get calls from, like, ghosts.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So, like, I mean...
I never answer unknown numbers, so maybe I've got a few in there. I'm like, I don't fucking know who you are, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Dead person?
You text me, I don't know your number, I'd delete it.
Yeah.
So, hoping to lose David again, Adam leaves for an overseas trip. He's like, peace.
I'm going far away. See if you can get on a plane,
Yeah,
David.
Deal with those international tolls, David. Got WhatsApp?
You got a passport?
So. Yeah, fuck you, little dead kid. Before leaving, he moved David's green chair from his bedroom to the living room. Now the chair is perfectly within frame for the nanny cam he left for his cats. Perhaps it was an afterthought, or perhaps he'd been hoping to catch some proof of the things that had been tormenting him. Either way, when Adam's phone pinged to tell him there was motion in his living room, he hadn't quite expected to see the chair rocking all by itself. There is actually a video of it, too. It's legit, I'll show it to you after, it's just rocking. It's really creepy. When he returned home, Adam continued to record. He captured videos of his cats jumping over invisible objects in the night, scurrying away in fear, even standing up on their hind legs for extended periods of time.
Poor cats.
Yeah, the cat's just, like, standing up, like... It's like meerkatting. Yeah, it's weird. And there's one where the cat's like at the edge of the couch, just like it almost looks like it's standing on something too. It's weird.
I would totally have called in a medium by this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does that ever, but
well, for now his dreams just get worse.
Okay.
Adam woke up one night to see a severed head lying on the pillow next to him, its bleeding spine trailing across the bed. When Adam screamed at the thing to ask what happened, it merely smiled wide and said, "It feels great." So,
yuck.
Several trips and strange incidents later culminated in Adam hearing scratching at the outside of his front door. So it, like, manifested in actual scratching. Terrified, Adam called a friend to have them cleanse his apartment. At first, he thought it had been successful, but then Adam went to the kitchen one night to get a beer from the fridge and glanced out the windows to see someone standing on an adjacent roof, staring at him.
Okay.
So he ducked down to hide, and he crept close enough to snap a few photos, and, like, you can tell he's snapping photos from an apartment balcony. There's, like, some pots of dead plants sitting there, and he's like, I'm trying to get the man on the roof. But they were all too dark to make out a figure, so it's just kind of like, ooh. That night, he had another incident. It was a nightmare where David was once more in a chair, watching Adam sleep. But this time, David stood up and started dragging himself towards David. And he's described David's movements as looking like it pained David to move, like it was just hurting him. He crawled onto his bed, nearly convulsing as he struggled. Unable to do much else, Adam started taking pictures of David. If he was going to die, at least he'd have proof. By the time he'd reached Adam, David's eyes had rolled all the way back into his head, showing only the whites. Adam snapped photos furiously until he woke up. To his horror, when Adam checked his phone, he found multiple images of his dark room saved onto his camera roll.
Right? Can you
Which,
imagine?
I mean, I guess in a way, like, you could, if your dream is that vivid as it seems, like,
Yeah.
you could be almost, like, sleepwalking.
Yeah,
type.
which he did say that he'd always experienced, like, sleep paralysis, so that wasn't unusual to him, but imagine, like I
that.
dreamt this, and then I'm taking these pictures.
That would be pretty freaky.
So, Adam begins hearing bumps and thuds above him, like on the ceiling. That wouldn't be super abnormal for apartment living if he had any upstairs neighbors, but he
On
didn't.
the top floor.
So, what could be making that sound?
The man on the roof.
Yeah, right? He's just like, I'm still up here!
Someone help me! There's actually, like, calls for help because he's trapped on the roof.
Help! That's that number the whole time. It's just like, hello.
Hello.
He went on the hunt for an attic door, and he found one he'd swore hadn't been there before. That's when he found a single child's shoe and a marble tucked away above his apartment. The dreams continued, but David continued to get smaller and smaller, his body rotting a little more each night. Adam was no longer feeling himself. He was ill, obsessed with David, and haunted day and night. He stopped sharing his story with one final despondent line. Everything is fine.
Which means it's not. He's that little dog sipping his coffee with the room's on fire. Everything's fine.
And it was creepy, too, because it was like, the spacing was like everything, double space, is fine. All lowercase. But the truth of this is that this story was told on Twitter from 2017 to 2018 by a man named Adam Ellis. And he was an artist for BuzzFeed. And you've probably actually, my bad, seen his comics online. Let me show you the picture he drew of Dear David.
Oh, gosh.
And he published this when he began his story. He told the story, which almost made it creepier because, like, he told it over those 2 years on TikTok, so it was just small threads that he just fed through the year. He's never actually come out and said whether this story was real or not. A lot of people think it's fake, but he's never confirmed or denied it. When people have asked him about it, he's like, yeah, it's a story I told on TikTok. And they're like,
or on Twitter.
on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
The T.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's X now.
I know, I refuse to say that.
It's so dumb.
So, yeah, like, it's a story he told. He's never confirmed or denied if it's real. Some people say it's fake. Either way, like I said, like, I feel the way he drip-fed this story throughout the year is kind of genius.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly terrifying. And I think it could be real potentially because, like, I don't know, it was really thorough.
And all we need to ask? Ryan and Shane.
I know.
Because they were working at BuzzFeed at that time.
I feel like they've commented about it at some point. Like
They
somebody
probably
asked them,
have, honestly.
but they didn't seem very happy about him. But I don't know either if
Maybe
it was
they-
like one of those weird situations or like he was a coworker or whatever.
Yeah, well, and I think BuzzFeed probably employed a fair amount of people, so it might have been like they didn't really maybe interact with him
And actually, like,
that much, or...
BuzzFeed made an actual movie about this, but apparently they did not pay Adam anything for it. So I feel like BuzzFeed maybe is not on good terms with him.
yeah.
But I did kind of want to talk a little bit, with the uncertainty of whether, this story is, like, real or not. It made me think of the egregore topic. And, like, for those who don't know what that is, an egregore is kind of known as a thought form. It's an entity that's given life by enough people thinking about it and, like, breathing air into the concept. And we've mentioned that hauntings like Sallie House might be something like that, where, enough people go there and they have an image of what is there, and in essence, they create it by imagining it. So, I'm kind of curious, even if Dear David was fake to begin with, is he real now?
Right. Or even if he was kind of just like something he thought up in a dream, like it was made real.
Right, like he very well could have always been made up from the get-go, but this is a popular story. Like, lots of people have told it. I remember when I first was, like, listening through it, it was a while ago, I was scared shitless.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, the image is just so unsettling.
Right.
And, like, I don't know, I do believe a lot in the egregore topic and, like, the concept that you can do it. Like, a lot of the internet ghost stories, like Slenderman and all that, I think there is some essence to being able to make them real by telling the story.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Or there could even be an element of an existing entity latching onto that idea and making it their own or something.
Yeah, because even if, like, he made up the story after he had this one creepy dream and he's like, I've got a great idea. I'm going to tell this horror story. It was a great idea. It did great. But he had the dream to begin with.
Right.
So what was it?
Well, yeah.
And he does have, like, videos from the cats freaking out at something.
Right. So, but maybe so. Yeah, you're right. Maybe he actually did create something.
Yeah, that's true.
Then the world helped create it by giving it.
And then I do find it interesting that he just dropped it.
That is odd.
Yeah, which almost to me, like, that's what I did with Sally House when I was so disturbed by what was going on for a
You
time.
just,
I was
like, wouldn't talk about it.
Done. I'm ignoring its existence.
That's a good point. Well, and that also could be why he doesn't want to confirm or deny it, because maybe he doesn't know, like, it was something he made up, but it became real. So
Right,
then
like,
it's kind of both.
Yeah, like, if stuff started happening, it's like, shit, this is just a story I made up, but now shit's actually happening.
And maybe he's trying, maybe it's still haunting him. Maybe he's trying to not talk about it to make it, like...
It's an interesting... I think it's definitely possible.
That's fascinating. That kind of relates to when we talked to Caleb, which we haven't released that episode yet, but we talked to this artist Caleb regarding our Sally House investigation, and we talked a fair amount about
Yeah, and we have a recording of it. We'll share it later, but it's a very interesting concept of, like, being able to create something with your thoughts, which is it's not a new thing to the paranormal, because like a lot of, like, one of the main theories about poltergeists is they're actually, like, generated by emotions. So there is something there about us being able to manipulate these energies and make them into something. So hopefully none of you have a dream about Dear David tonight. If you do, remember, it'll be at midnight and you only ask him 2 questions, not 3, and you say Dear David first.
What if you just, like, ignore him?
What if he only doesn't leave? What if he's just there until you ask him 2 questions?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like that scene in D&D. Like, was that a question? That was also a question.
Damn it.
But that's my story. That's Dear David.
That is pretty creepy, and that does open up some interesting conversations about can you create something?
Yeah, because, like, I like to believe it's real just because it is such a good story, but either way, like, I just love that story because it's fucking creepy. And he never, like, I don't consider it dishonest because, like, either way, it's storytelling. So people were very engrossed because they were so afraid thinking it was real. So, like, they've been doing that with horror shit for years.
Well, the Bell Witch Cave, or, the Bell Cave Witch, whatever.
Yeah, imagine if they had a Twitter back then.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of theories, like, it was, you know, that when the family made the book, it was like, this is for sure a real story. And it's like, okay, so wait, is it?
And that's so many of these ghost stories. Like, I mean, fuck, if you think a lot of the Warren stuff, a lot of their stuff, they're like, this isn't real. They don't say it, but other people are saying that they're phony. So it's kind of like everything in the paranormal's tinged with people like, well, it's not real.
True.
But he's never said it's not real. So.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because enough time has passed, you kind of would be like, you know.
Yeah, like, oh, that's the point. Yeah, fucking BuzzFeed made this movie about it and they didn't pay me. It's dumb. It's not real. But he's just said, yeah, I told that story.
Maybe he signed an NDA.
Maybe.
He can't confirm or deny its
existence. He signed an NDA with David.
Yeah. No, I meant with, like,
I know. But I was just picturing David like, I've got a contract for you.
He's a smart little New Yorker boy.
Except at the grocery store. Don't let him in the grocery store. You get flattened like a pancake.
Yeah. That's where Adam should have just moved into a grocery store.
Yeah, you should. You're like, you can't get me now, bitch!
That's probably the one place you won't go.
You just start sleeping with, like, industrial grocery stores shelving around him. I'm like, yeah, you gonna come get me now? I didn't think so.
Yeah, turn his apartment into, like, make it look like a grocery store.
God, if only we'd been following this when it was coming out, we could have saved his life.
Right? I definitely would have, like, called in a medium.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, like, not told them a thing and just seen, like, what a medium would have gathered.
Especially if he, like, moved and it was still, like, being weird. Like.
Yeah, because mediums can also, like, a good medium, like, can also, they'd maybe be able to tell if it was something created.
Yeah, that and like when I was kind of going through it, I was like, God, some of this sounds kind of demonic in a lot of ways, which like obviously everybody's like, oh, it's a demon. I always jumped to that, but like the obsession aspect and all of that, and like the scratching and the physical.
Well, and that kind of escalation, like just your dreams, and then it's maybe
it follows the
seeing,
trend,
and then actually hearing.
Yeah, and there was a couple other weird things that happened that I didn't put in because it's just such a long fucking story. But like, at one point, he walked by the warehouse again, and it was still empty, but there was just a hearse in it, and he took a picture of that. And I was like, oh,
like that's just random.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then one of his trips he took, he went to Japan, and he like took a picture of this like statue he found, and it was like a bunch of bodies kind of stacked on top of each other, and he like went around, and there was a carving of a woman in it, and she was holding two babies, and one of them had a dented head. And he was like, I know I'm probably like being paranoid or overreacting, but seeing this gave me fucking chills.
Yeah, like what are the odds?
Right, he's like, I've been haunted by a dented head baby, and now it's in Japan.
It's followed me. It followed him all the way.
But yeah, it's a cool story either way. The entire Twitter thread is like still, it's not available, but people have taken it other places.
Yeah,
and
screenshots and such.
You can scroll through everything and just see kind of like, it's a really fascinating story, and you can see like the videos and the pictures he posted. I definitely recommend you guys go like read the whole thing.
I will be, yeah.
Yeah, it's spooky. It's one of my favorite ghost stories, real or not.
Well, and it's something more modern too.
Yeah, it was very recent, I always found it spooky that it was in an apartment.
Yeah.
You like never think of ghost stories in an apartment, and then it happens, and you're like, oh,
right.
That's kind of really scary. And did he have no neighbors? Like, he never mentions neighbors. He just has this little dented head boy.
If he's working for BuzzFeed, he was likely living in Los Angeles.
True.
So you don't talk to your neighbors.
Yeah, no. And it sounds like it's like it sounded like it was like kind of a smaller apartment building, because I think it was only 2 floors technically, it sounded like. Or
it could be. When I lived in LA, I lived in just like an 8-plex. Those were very common.
Yeah.
Just those like, built in the 50s.
Yeah, I think it looked like that. Yeah. That's it. He was actually in New York. I just remember that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
definitely don't talk to your neighbors there either.
Yeah. That's probably it. You probably even talk to your neighbors less in New York than in Los Angeles. Yeah, I guess BuzzFeed probably had a New York office too.
Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah, that's your day. We're going to post some of the stuff on Instagram if you guys kind of want to comment there, or like
at Remnants Paranormal.
And let us know kind of what you think. Have you heard of this? What are your opinions? Are your opinions any different after listening to this? Do you think we're stupid for entertaining this story? Let us know.
Yeah.
And also, please, for the love of God, leave us a review on Apple with words, because we haven't had one in a year.
Yeah, and words that are like, oh my God, they are amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they're so funny. LOL, love listening. We would really very much appreciate it, because sometimes it feels like we're talking into the void.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. Please. Well, got anything else before we close this out?
Follow us at Remnants Paranormal on Instagram.
Oh my God, I stuck the straw up my nose.
We also got we got a YouTube. You can because YouTube now has a podcast section, so our episodes released there. So you can also make comments.
Yeah,
on YouTube there on the episodes.
Only nice things.
Yeah. Sometimes YouTube is.
Yeah, I still remember the Sally House one. Like, it's just water.
Oh my God, yeah. You get some weird. I don't even know if mean is the right word. Sometimes they're mean, and sometimes they're just like. I don't know, just
like,
random.
It's not fucking water. We'd know if it was water.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
I guess comments are comments, so it helps you out.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I guess even if it's a mean comment, it's making us
need it for that sweet algo.
We do, so that more people can find us.
Yeah.
But we appreciate
for you.
We appreciate you that do listen to us.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun stuff coming up, just with all these ghost hunts we got.
As in, we're gonna be so tired.
So tired. I know. I was just telling Emily before we started recording. It's like before every ghost hunt, I equally dread it and I'm excited, because it's just the thought of like you just don't feel good staying up all night, and so it just wrecks my body.
And it lingers for a couple of days. You just feel like shit for 2 days. We're old.
We are. So. Yeah. So, and then you just like all the prep. It's like You gotta like think of, okay, which energy drinks do I need? What snacks are gonna make me feel good? And like, you just gotta.
Well, we always frame it like, what's gonna make me feel good, and then we eat junk.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what's gonna make me feel good? Candy.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes
Nutter butters.
when it's 2 a.m, that's what.
Yeah, you're
that's what
just
sounds
sitting there
good.
just shoving gummy worms in your face like, this is all that gives me joy.
I need a sugar rush right now so I can go talk to the death row ghosts.
Pretty much, we're just being held together by artificial sugars and dyes, and you know, it helps.
And we're doing this for you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, but we are excited. But yeah, there's a little bit of dreading it too. But
Well, and also, you never know when you're gonna get murdered by a ghost, so
yeah,
we do have to dread it a little bit, because when's gonna be the day when we finally get shoved down the stairs?
I hope not anytime soon.
Missouri State Pen has some really scary fucking stairs.
They have a lot of stairs. Yeah, there's no escaping creepy stairs.
Yeah, and some of the rails on those things are short as fuck, so you're walking like, this railing stops below my hip. If I fall, I will die.
I could definitely be easily pushed over. Just not even a hard push, just a little tap.
Just a little tap, and I'm tumbling over to my doom.
Especially, like, I think, what was it, Building A, which we'll have to spend more time on
I
Building
hated
A.
it.
Yeah, but we went there, like, late at night. Like, it was 4 a.m, and I think we started to go up the stairs, and then I think me or maybe both of us were like, I'm so tired. Like, it would take nothing for me to, like, fall over this railing.
We were walking, because we were walking the catwalk a little bit, but we were just realizing, like, this is really high up. This railing is really short. We're really tired. Like, this feels unsafe.
A ghost wouldn't even have to necessarily
I'll
push
just
me.
trip over my own feet at this point.
Right,
Like,
because I'm just dragging.
yeah, so that's...
Anyways, I don't really know what the point of all that is, but...
I don't remember either. Oh, we're gonna get pushed downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for you.
For you. So leave us a review.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we're not yelling at you. We're just asking aggressively.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we close this out.
Oh,
Stay spooky.
and stay curious.
goodbye.
Bye.
What's my Dear David voice?
Goodbye. Wow.
Get out of here.
Kapow.
Okay.